Hi everyone, I'm Shauna and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be going through some of my empties. I am going to be doing empties videos about every 3 months during my no-buy year, and you'll be able to get some reviews on some of the products that I've been using, and we can talk about my beauty trash. Let me just grab some coffee here, y'all. In these videos, I'm going to be giving you the monetary amount of each individual product. It'll be an approximate amount. And then I will give you a total of all of the products for that empties session at the very end. So the value of each item will be on the screen as I go through them, and then the total at the end. Part of what is going to make this fun is that I'm gonna guess my total value before I see it, and then editing Shauna will put in the actual amount that I used. Part of why I'm doing that is because I think I have a disconnect with how much makeup costs and like how much my collection is worth. I'm trying to reconnect with my makeup collection, and part of that is learning how much I have, how long it takes to use up, and what it costs to have this kind of collection. I haven't purchased any new makeup or skincare, hair care, anything like that since January. And it's still like I'm still going strong, and it will be definitely a few more months before I need to do that anyways. So this is just going to be like a true reflection of what I have in my collection right now and going through it. First up, let's talk about this mascara. It's a mini. It's the Caution Extreme Lash Mascara. Thing is, this is by Hourglass. I've been wanting to try this mascara for a few years, or a year, whenever it came out, and I've heard such great things about it. This is a mascara that I've heard a lot of people say is their holy grail. It's worth buying high end for, and this is a mascara I got in a Sephora set. My eyelashes are short, sparse, and they point downward, and they don't really hold the curl, and they're not all that long. So I found this mascara kind of useless. Not useless. It didn't do anything for my eyelashes that a drugstore mascara couldn't do. I wouldn't buy this, and I wouldn't recommend you buy it either. It was just so average. So the wand on here is actually a kind that I would like. I love I love rubber bristle brushes. Yeah, so I have this one. It's a little plastic kind of spiky guy. This is the kind of one that I really love. So this was a mascara that I was really expecting to enjoy. I would just buy a drugstore mascara. High-end mascaras are just not worth it for me. I'm a drugstore mascara kind of gal. They cost too much money, and you have to replace them too often for them to be worth it, and none of them do anything spectacular. This is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. I got this from the Tarte's website during like a 30% off sale. It might have actually been more on sale than that. Anyways, this was full size. This kind of wand here is more of a traditional style. It's not totally like those natural kind of wands that you see like on the milk brush. And it's not that spiky plastic one that I prefer. My favorite drugstore mascara has been the L'Oreal Telescopic. I haven't used that in years because it's not cruelty free. That one is super small, precise, spiky. I love that one. And then there's also one by Maybelline. It's in a green tube. It might be called the Define-A-Lash. Super old. That was one of the first mascaras I ever used, and I still really like that one. Well, I haven't used it in years. And I loved it all through high school because it had that spiky rubber bristle brush. It was super flexible, and those two are ones I would definitely use again. My point being, these are not worth your money. High-end mascara is not worth your money. I would not buy these, would not repurchase these again, and wouldn't recommend. I also finished up a colourpop brow pencil. They make probably my favorite brow formula of the moment, but pencils are just too wasteful. You go through them so quickly. I don't think they're recyclable because of the wand on here. I've decided I will no longer be using pencils because it's such a waste of packaging and money because you go through them so quick. Next up is this lip balm. It's from a brand called Hurraw. It is the grapefruit variety. I bought this because it was vegan, and vegan lip balms are actually so hard to find. I've been having such a difficult time trying to find some. This was one that was recommended so highly to me, and I did not like these. These were pretty expensive. I think it was over $5 for this, or pretty close to it. This lip balm, I did not find it moisturizing. I found after an hour, I would want to reapply, and I kind of felt like it was drying out my lips a bit. Like I was constantly reapplying and reapplying and reapplying. And this is the kind of lip balm that is available at like health food stores, like the detox market, those kinds of places. It didn't do anything. I just felt my lips were dry and they weren't really helping all that much. Yeah, this I wouldn't recommend any of the varieties, and I don't even know what I'm gonna do about lip balm. It's just been so hard. If you have any vegan lip balm recommendations, leave them in the comments. And they are so hard to find because most lip balms use either lanolin or beeswax. I'd prefer none of those ingredients. Next up is this Catrice Prime and Fine Smoothing Primer. This was a primer that, yes, it's all empty in there, that was really, or is really similar to Professional, I think, in its texture. It's really silicone-y and really like slidey. It has that Hallmark kind of silicone-y feel. I also would not repurchase this, and I wouldn't recommend it either because it didn't really do much and I didn't like that texture. But I do have a couple of products that I do recommend coming up right now. The next one is the Wet n Wild Photofocus spray. Their setting spray. I really like this. This was so surprising. This was about $5 and I might have even gotten it on sale. Anyways, this really took down the powdery look of my makeup. It was so nice for that. I use this mostly in the winter. There's not a ton of product in here. It's 1.5 fluid ounces, 45 mils. So it's like a foundation and a half. And I would totally repurchase this, but I am currently working on another setting spray. So a repurchase would not happen for a while. And I don't really like wearing setting sprays in the summer. The next makeup item is this guy. It broke while I was filming my Project Pan video, and this is my beloved Annabelle Biggy bronzer. I love this bronzer so much. This is at least the second time I have repurchased this. I like this better than the Physicians Formula, the butter bronzer. I don't know why I blanked on that. First of all, the butter bronzer retails for like a minimum of $18.99 where I live. It's very rarely on sale, and when it goes on sale, it's only to maybe $13 or $14. This bronzer regular price is about $11, and you can also get it on sale. It's bigger, it has more product, and what I like about it is that it comes in like little like a gradient. It's kind of wavy, so you have like darker and lighter colors. So that's a bronzer I can use all year round because I can like dip in the lighter parts when it's winter and the darker parts when it's summer. And it's just like, it's such a crowd pleaser and it's so easy to find where I live. They are a Canadian brand. For me, this is just such a lovely drugstore staple. It just works. I have a hard time justifying spending like $40 or $50 on a bronzer when one for $11 works perfectly fine. I don't love I like the way my bronzer looks on my skin, but shopping for bronzers just like it's not fun for me. It's so basic. Kind of like buying an eye cream. You need it, you want it, but you don't like shopping for it. Yeah, it's too boring. So this is the perfect little package. Okay, I have some perfume minis. These are all that I have finished. And I have Black Opium, YSL Manifesto. I'm not sure. I have the Jo Malone Woodsage and Sea Salt, and then the Indigo. Oh, this is Indigo from Nest. All of these were just okay. We're gonna move on to skincare. The first thing I want to talk about is this Ordinary glycolic toner. I have since, it's kind of sticky with something. I have since realized toners are not really an essential part of my routine. I did not like this one, and I also think I used it too frequently. Either way, I think that there are better toners out there, and even with that in mind, I still wouldn't use them because I'm working on eliminating toner from my routine. It's just unnecessary and like an additional cost that I don't need. So this is a pass. I want to breeze through some samples. I used the Drunk Elephant Best Jelly Cleanser. I got a sample of this in the summer for like the birthday perk, and I really liked it. And then I just used it again, and I actually think it's super stripping. Now I much prefer like a gentler cleanser, and I was so surprised to find out that my opinion on this changed. I actually thought about buying it after I used that sample, but I didn't because it's a bit expensive. So very interesting to note. The Tatcha water cream, just so, nothing to write home about. The Philosophy Purity Made Simple. I had a bigger sample of this, like a sample bottle, like actually that big, and I used it in December December of 2018 when I went to New York, and I brought it with me, and I loved it. I was not about to buy a high-end cleanser at that point, and then I tried it again recently. This one is also too stripping, would not get that one. The Drunk Elephant Luxury Marula Facial Oil, love this stuff, but you don't need to spend $90 or $100 on a bottle of oil. I can buy a bottle of marula oil from The Ordinary, and that would be great, and that's probably what I would do. So I did like this, but too expensive. The Fresh Lotus Preserve Face Cream, this was great, but too expensive to ever purchase. The Auto Correct Brightening and De-Puffing Eye Contour Cream from Sunday Riley, this did nothing. And then the Evercalm Global Protection Day Cream from Ren. This was okay. I have since learned more about Ren skincare, and it's not as good as I once thought it was. I saw their labeling and the marketing, and I was like, oh, they're clean, they must be good. But that's not really what my research has shown from looking at their ingredients, so I probably wouldn't purchase that. Okay, samples out of the way, or last one, is the Rose Face Mask. This was nice. I enjoyed it, but I probably wouldn't repurchase it. This is like an $80 mask. The ingredients on the Fresh products in general aren't that great across the board. So, well, there's no ingredient list on here. I don't quite trust the brand as much as I once did, so I would not repurchase this. Next up is this FOMO mask from Lush. I originally really liked this. I found it really calming and relaxing. However, after looking at the ingredients list for this has water, calamine, which is a no-go ingredient, kaolin, talc, citrus, flower oil, no-go, rose damascena flower extract, no-go, and linalool. This is so fragrant. I'm not cool with putting this on my face. I would not do that again. I would not purchase this, and I don't recommend it because of all of those fragrant ingredients, and calamine is also like a sensitizing agent, so even then, yeah, this is a no-go for me. Okay, a few more things. I have this sheet mask. I don't like sheet masks. This is a no-go. And then these e.l.f. Hydrogel eye masks are a no-go too. They are so incredibly wasteful. First of all, you get a pack of 3, and then each pack comes in this packaging. Then you pull out this, it's dripping, so I'm going to put that back in. So another plastic piece with the eye gels, which are, I'm not sure what they're made of. And then on top of each eye gel is another piece of plastic. This is such a waste of packaging. It's actually gross. You do not need that much plastic packaging to deliver a product. The Peter Thomas Roth eye gels, the ones that are in like the green tub, that's how you do it. You have 30 in there stacked on each other, and it's one tub that you can recycle. There's nothing questionable about that, about its recyclability, because it's one straight tub. There's no plastic, there's no double packaging. No. This is how not to package something. e.l.f. could do that, but within packs of 10 or even 5 little. It's just, there are alternatives that are better than this. Okay, I have a couple more Lush products. I have the Rose Argan Body Conditioner. First of all, I hated the scent on this, but it actually worked. However, Lush is just too fragranced. Their skincare is too fragranced to use regularly. They are doing so much good in their company goals and their packaging, and I love that. I did like this one. This is the Aquamarina Face and Body Cleanser. If the ingredient deck on this was better, I would repurchase it, but it's not, so I'm not. Too much perfume, too much fragrance. They're both a pass. Onto a product that I like. This is the Glossy Bubble Wrap Eye Cream. I love this. It's so simple, so effective. I love it. However, I don't know if this product is vegan, and I would need to do more research on their ingredient deck. I was taking a quick peek on their bottle. Their ingredient list is really intense. It's really long. I don't see any immediate red flags or any kind of essential oils on here, but I'm not sure what the rest of this means. So I am currently using another one. Again, I really like this formula, but what I repurchase would depend on what the ingredient list on here looks like in reality and if it's vegan. This pen was useless. This has 3.5 mils of product in here. I used this less than 10 times. This was $17.99, so more than $1 a use. It's too expensive for how much product you get. I could never recommend this, even if it has great ingredients, because there's so little product in here, and you have to throw this in the garbage. You can't recycle it. So no, this is a total no for me. This is the Indie Banish stick. This is gross. This is just like a bottle of alcohol. It's not great, and you can see how disgusting the inside of the bottle got, with bits of skincare products that rubbed off onto the stick. It's just so gross, unhygienic, and not good ingredients, so I wouldn't buy this either. Same with this is a Pie Mini. It's their Age Confidence Cream. I looked into the ingredients of this whole brand. I felt very duped. They're super luxury skincare, at least in my books. Like, one of their bottles of moisturizer is like $80. They're a brand that uses a ton of essential oil, but also their products all smell really funny. I did like this better than the other sample I'm currently using. I can't remember what the one I'm using is. That one smells so bad. This one smells a little bit better, but still has kind of their signature florally scent. Not great. The ingredients on here just aren't great, so I would pass this up too. Okay, we are on to our last category, which is hair care and body care. The first thing is this Loccitane lavender bath foam. I got this as a gift. This product was so useless. It didn't foam. You put bubbles in a bubble bath to bubble. This didn't really do anything, and it just was so lavendery, and it's so strongly fragranced. I'm reading the ingredients in here. Sodium lauryl sulfate is the second ingredient. Lavender is the fourth. Lavender oil, and then perfume fragrance is the sixth, and then the last is linalool. There's a couple ingredients in between. Yeah, so fragranced and did nothing, so I could not recommend. The Schmidt's charcoal and magnesium deodorant was fine. It was good. I enjoyed it. I would repurchase this. I got one for in my stocking for Christmas. It's the rose and vanilla scent. That one was the first one that I purchased. However, in the summer, that particular scent cracked my underarms, and the skin peeled and split. It was so disgusting and so painful, which is why I bought this one, and this one is better in that respect than the rose and vanilla. There was no cracking or bleeding or peeling of the underarms. I'm like getting terrified thinking about that happening again this summer. So this one I prefer more, and I would repurchase this over any of their other scents. Their unscented one, actually, the formula isn't great. I don't like the formula on that one. It feels different and it performs differently, and I don't feel like I get as much protection with that one as I do this one. So this is my preferred one, and I would repurchase. One product that surprised the heck out of me was this Amica Bust Your Brass Purple Shampoo. First of all, it smells awesome and it works. The other day, which was sometime last week, I wanted to use my Kerastase purple hair mask. The best purple hair product that I have ever used. It's amazing. First of all, it's expensive. It's $80 for the tub. It has lasted me at least a year, but that is such a chore because you have to wash your hair, get out of the shower, put on the mask, and then rinse it off. But that is such a pain to rinse off. I have, in all the times I've used it, I have not once gotten everything out on the first rinse. It is just like, it's so strong and it stays in there so well. And I love the product, but I hate using it. And so that's why I haven't used it as much as I have wanted to. The other day I was going to reach for that because I saw my hair in a video and I didn't really like the way it was looking. So I was like, okay, it's time to use the purple shampoo or the purple mask. So I pulled it out and I was like, oh, this again. Like, I was so not looking forward to using it. So I was like, let me go rifle through my sample drawer and see what I have. I found this. This brand is cruelty free, where Kerastase is not. And this does not have any sodium lauryl sulfate. This does have fragrance, but I'm more lenient for fragrance with my hair than I am for like my skin or my face. So this is 100% a product that I'm curious about. I'm interested in learning more about it, how much it costs, what the ingredient deck is like, and if it is vegan. So I'm really happy that I tried this. This is probably my favorite product out of this video. It's so simplifying for my routine and I have such great results. I really, really love this, and I'm excited to do more research on this to potentially buy it in the future. I still have more product left, so I would not buy any product or buy this if I decided I wanted to until I finished what I already have. So this is just a product of interest. Let's talk about some dry shampoos. I have two here. I have the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day dry shampoo. This is, let's compare. This is 112 grams, and then the Batiste XXL volume is 120 grams. Pretty close. This I bought in 2019. No idea why I bought it. I think I was just feeling like bougie and luxury, and I was like, yes, treat yourself. That's the kind of mood I was in. This is such a bad treat yourself product. Like, why, Shauna, would you treat yourself with dry shampoo? Makes no sense to me. It just doesn't. Like, if I'm gonna treat myself, it should be with like my favorite kind of products, a lipstick or an eyeshadow palette or a face mask. Why do I don't know what I was thinking. Does anybody else find this absurd? Treat yourself with a dry shampoo. Anyways, this costs too much to regularly repurchase and it's just so average. I would much prefer the Batiste dry shampoo line. I like most of them. They are cruelty free and vegan. It says so on their packaging. However, you cannot recycle aerosols. And so I'm interested in purchasing a dry shampoo that I can recycle. So that would mean a non-aerosol dry shampoo. They do have some out there and I'd be interested to try them. The only place that I know of that I could buy those would be well.ca. And the only purchase I would be making would be a dry shampoo. I need it soon. I have just one mini left that won't even last me a month. And I'm not making any purchases. So there is nothing in the next month that I will run out of that I could get at well.ca. So in the meantime, I'm just going to purchase another Batiste, and that will be that. The last product is this Live Clean Coconut Milk Moisturizing Body Wash. The back of this has a lot of claims. Made in Canada, cruelty-free. It has plant-derived, certified organic botanicals, SLS-free, petroleum-free, DEA-free, paraben-free, silicone-free, phthalate-free, phosphate-free, dye-free, pure vegan, never tested on animals, packaged recyclable, contains biodegradable ingredients. Sounds awesome. Everything looks fine until we get to the bottom. It has linalool and perfume fragrance, which means the majority of their coconut scent that they're getting is not from the coconut products they have inside. Like, they do have coconut in here, but it's not as great as they're saying. Like, there still is that fragrance. Like, it's not they're deriving this from essential oils, they're deriving their fragrance from fragrance, and I don't know where it's from. So I'm not cool with putting fragrance on my skin. I think I would prefer essential oils over fragrance, because then the company has to declare exactly what's in it. That's why fragrance makes me so worrisome. If I was in a pinch, would I purchase this again? Yes, that's exactly why I purchased this in the first place, because I was in a pinch. I would prefer actual bar soaps over this kind of soap in a bottle, because they're much less wasteful. I don't need a plastic tub to wash myself with. It's just unnecessary, and that is going to be what I will purchase next. There's a brand, I think it's called the Buck Naked Soap Company. They have some awesome soaps that I'm pretty sure, the last I checked, if I can remember, are fragrance free, and their ingredients are better, they're vegan, and they're Canadian as well. So I would way prefer to support that brand than that is selling unpackaged soap over a big tub of plastic. The lather on this actually wasn't that great. So I felt like I was using so much because it really wasn't lathering. It was huge though. 500 mils, that's a lot of product. That's my opinion, and that's what I'm gonna do next. So that wraps up my Empties video. On the screen now will be the total of everything spent. My guess is that the total for all of this stuff is $200. Yeah, I'm gonna say $200. Think that things are deceiving, like $10 here, $10 there, $12 here, $20 there. It all kind of adds up to more than you think. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again back here soon. Bye.